What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and it's time to get in all the stuff I hauled from Sephora from the video you saw from the day before. So let's get into it, girl. So I'm actually gonna start off with the eyes today. So I just put on the strawberry shortcake palette from Glamlight. As far as like for the outer V shades, because since this is all shimmer palette from the Tom Ford, this is what I want to start off with to get the eyes done. I don't know how fallout is on these. Y'all know I don't really use Tom Ford that often, so like I want to go ahead and get that out the way. So what I'm gonna do is probably use this shade on the lid. I might use I want to use this shade all over the lid, and then I'm gonna use this one in the inner corner perhaps. Wait, no, sorry. This one on the lid, and then this one in the inner corner. So we're going this way and using both of those. So let me zoom in real quick and cute like. Y'all remember this thing was like 90 bucks, so I'm just over here crying right now, praying that it works out, because for this price point, it needs to be working out. So what I want to do is I'm going to put glitter glue on one side of the eye and then put no glitter glue on to see how it works out. So for the people who do like to use glitter glue, I want you to see how it works with glitter glue, and for the people who don't, I'll let you see how it works without. And then I'm probably going to wet the brush on one side and not wet the brush on the other side too, just to kind of get an idea of if it'll work on its own or not. So as you can see, this is glitter glue side of the eye. I'm trying not to talk too loud because Adriangameover is asleep. It's like 1 in the morning, but I ended up falling asleep while I was watching Steven Universe with him on HBO Max, and then he ended up going to bed like I think 10. And then when he went to bed, of course, that's when I woke up, because y'all know I'm a night owl, so I might be up to like 3 in the morning just filming around the videos, who knows. Anyway, I'm gonna take this refer number 2. They're actually having 40% off sale right now if anyone's interested. I'm gonna start off with it. It's not picking up that much product, but I figured I'd start with a natural hair brush just to see. So let's. Okay, it's giving decent pigmentation considering, you know, it's Tom Ford. I wasn't expecting much, but I do feel like I had to pick up a lot on the brush in order to get it that way. So the side without glitter glue, I'm going to probably spray, and then the side with the glitter glue, obviously we're not going to spray. I'm just going to let it sit like this, and then we can see the difference for people who use certain things and people who don't. But I felt it was important to let you see. I'm pretty sure I zoomed y'all all in already. Yeah, but that's what I'm working with. That looks pretty good. Now it's not giving the red that's in the McGrath Mothership 5 palette, but you know, it's giving a decent amount of red and pigmentation considering the price point is better than I expected it to be. Let me put it that way. I didn't have high expectations for the shimmer and pigmentation, but it's actually doing pretty good for the price point. So okay, now we're gonna dig into this one real quick and cute like. So now we're just gonna go for it and start putting it on the eye without any glitter glue or anything. I feel like I have to dig in the product quite a bit in order to get a lot off. I'm not necessarily liking, but that could be because it's a baked formula. Again, since I'm using my tomfordquads that often, despite having quite a few that I got from a couple cosmetic store, I have a tendency not to, you know, like really go for them because I feel like they don't give the pigmentation that other shadows in my collection give. So we put that layer on. Now I'm going to put just a little bit more on a brush, and we're gonna wet the brush and we see how it goes. Because since it did pretty good on its own, I don't necessarily think it needs to be wet. It did a decent job considering it's Tom Ford, and he doesn't usually give a lot, but I just want to see if we can amp it up by wetting it and get a little bit more intensity. So I wet it with some setting spray. And I don't really feel like it's giving too much of a difference when it comes to the pigmentation after having wet it. But y'all can tell me, do you see a difference in the pigmentation? I feel like they look the same, and y'all saw me, or y'all heard me spray the setting spray to wet the brush. I'll do one more coat with setting spray, and I'll spray it so you can see. So, spray. So, as y'all see, this is the sprayed eye. This is unsprayed eye. I feel like they look the same. It might be like that much of a difference, but for like 90 bucks, I don't think this is worth it at all. Like, wait till you get to the company cosmetic store. I feel like it's gonna go there. It might not, but you know, I just don't feel like you should rush out during the sale to get this 4 sets of, you know, eyeshadow, or 4 little quad or whatever. We'll put the inner corner in later, obviously, because you know I gotta do the rest of my face, but it was just okay. I mean, I'm not mad to have it in my collection since it is actually pretty pigmented for Tom Ford, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't have bought this at regular price, and y'all saw I didn't buy it at regular price, so I feel like that says all that needs to be said. Okay, okay. So let's get into this primer now. So I'm gonna use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Primer. I told you I was gonna use it in this video because, ooh, why is the camera turned on? It's gonna be turned over here. Okay, so I was gonna use this primer in this video. As you can see, it's quite small. So it's only 1 fluid ounce, and it's kind of small. So let's go ahead and squirt some on the back of my hand. It's a really like watery consistency. Do you see it like running down my hand as I show it to you? So the consistency is definitely watery. I feel like that should be enough to put on the face. So let me go ahead and open this tomfordelectriccherry back up for the mirror. It does feel really nice and hydrating on the skin, but it feels that nice and hydrating on my hand. So I expect it to feel the same on my actual skin. Y'all, ever since I started using a herbivore like cleanser at night, I feel like every night there's a new breakout coming on my face. So I don't know if it's like the purging session of me using this product, or if it's just like breaking out my face, because I feel like every time I look up now it's like an acne bump on my cheeks and when I'm like, what in the world? It's like I'll be feeling them popping out everywhere, and I'm like, I'm not feeling this. But it's like, I know your skin has a certain like, amount of purge time it needs to, like, you know, get used to a product. And since it's supposed to help with acne, I'm trying to look at it like maybe it's drawing it out of the skin from the product with underneath it. Because like I said, I didn't have the issue with the mask and the same ingredients, or some of the same ingredients that are in the mask or in the, you know, this. So I'm hoping that, you know, I'm just having a purging session, and that's why this huge thing has appeared. And then I had like another one right here that recently dropped, and then I have some down here. Okay, why is the glitter on my face? I feel like after I used that Tom Ford thing, there was glitter on my face, and I feel like, but the thing is, I don't see any glitter in this primer, so I'm like, where's the glitter on my face coming from? I don't know. Anyway, into the foundation now. So we have the Guerlain in the shade 7W Warm. I think there was only a couple more shades after this shade. Don't quote me though. Go ahead and try this bad boy on. So here's what the shade's looking like. That looks like a pretty decent shade. I'm feeling like it's giving a little bit of red, and I was hoping to give it a little more yellow, but you know, once we put it on, maybe it'll look better than what it looks like. Of course, I have the perfume smell because it is a, you know, I heard there's like some debate going on with whether you should put a foundation on your forehead or not, and I'm like, well, if it's supposed to even out your complexion and that's what the foundation is for, then even if you don't put a lot on your forehead like I do, I feel like you should put a little up there, just because, you know, if it's supposed to be evening out your skin tone, you want your whole skin tone even out, not your forehead a different color than the rest of your face because you didn't put foundation on this one. That is my personal take on it. I feel like you should put a little up there, not a whole lot, just a little bit, girl, just so it evens out the rest of the complexion like, you know, you claim you want it to do. Anyway, let's blend this out. I'm not crazy about the smell of it. I feel like this is definitely going to be a summer shade for me because I feel like I got darker putting it on. And I feel like my face is lighter than this foundation is. So I might just have bought this as a summer shade and not realize it. But it's hard to pick the shades online. I feel like I'm looking quite red. But my collection does get a little more red in the summertime. So again, I feel like this can just be like a summer foundation for me, if you will. It has to be one of the ones I rotate to during the summer a lot. I'm liking the finish on it, and I like the way it looks on the face. It's definitely a natural, healthy glow like it's claiming to. It's just kind of dark on my face. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not necessarily excited about my face getting darker, but you know, it's not that I'm necessarily opposed to it, because obviously it's going to happen in the summertime. It's just, you know, when you try it out, when you first get it and you want to be able to test it out, it's not good that it's darker than it's supposed to be when I'm trying to test it out initially. That's my only issue with it being darker than it's supposed to be. So, but you know, I'll survive. Put some concealer on to make it work and all that cheap stuff there. So, yeah, go with it for now. I'm burning my favorite mood panel in the background that I just showed y'all in the haul, the caked up one. This is actually my third one. I didn't realize I had used so many of them, but I remember I had bought one time, and then it burnt out. That I had found this one on Macari's, and then I bought that one, and now I'm on my third one. So that shows how much I love it there. I am going to include the what is it, the Juvia's Place liquid blush in this video today, because I gotta compare some to the Danessa Myricks one tomorrow that I had told y'all about in the last haul video, the last Sephora things haul video. So let's get into this Amy Cole concealer. It has an interesting wand to it. Look at the shape of it. I think that's an interesting shape wand. But okay, let's go on some glitter. Yeah, it's giving, I feel like it's giving like kind of like a peachiest vibe, if you will, which I wasn't expecting. Y'all know I bring it down low because I have dark spots on my cheek from all the acne bumps, so that's why I'm bringing this on low. I'm starting to see dark spots on my nose, which I'm trying to understand where those are coming from, because it's like I don't, you know, really get acne bumps on my nose, rarely if ever, so I don't know why there are dark spots on my nose. I'm just like, okay. Y'all know I be using a whole bunch of concealer. Way more than you probably need, but that's why I like this. Doe foot seems a little bit flimsy, so I'm not necessarily crazy about that. I feel like the way I'm dragging it, it's like easily could break off, like I told y'all about the Kosas one. I did end up buying another Kosas concealer though after the wand broke off. I'm just scared that this one might do the same thing, so now I'm kind of like eerie of the wand just popping off, and I just got this, so I don't necessarily like that. But you know, it's cool or whatever, I guess. Go ahead and blend the concealer out. I don't have a cream bronzer to use. I did actually almost use up my Kosas one, believe it or not, because I've been testing it out so much, and I guess there wasn't as much product in there as I thought, because I'm telling y'all, like, I already have hit pan on that. I don't even use, I didn't think I used it that often, but I used up the Rare Beauty bronzing stick too as well. I like those for when I have to go to work because it's convenient and quick, so a lot of times I just end up using them quickly. I don't have a cream bronzer to use today, so we're gonna get into my concealer and blend that out. Then we'll put on some liquid blush. Then I'll go off camera, probably use my bronzer, because you know I don't have a cream one for the video, so there's no reason to do that. I wanted to use the red shade in particular because I knew I was gonna use this red, you know, blush from Giorgio Armani, so I'm going to try the red shade from Juvia's Place in here, so it'll have something to sit on top of. So I will do one side with the cream blush and then one side without, just so y'all can get an idea of, you know, how it sits on top of a cream blush versus how it just sits on its own, because I feel like the cream blush is going to give it extra pigmentation and it might change the coloring. So I want you to see what the actual color looks like and how it wears actually on its own, if you're not a person who is into using cream products and then putting liquid products, using cream products and then putting powder products on top of them, because you might have like normal skin or, you know, just dry skin. But for people like me who have oily combination skin, that's what we tend to do when it comes to cream products, just because we don't have the option of just using the cream product and nothing else. It will eat away at the skin and there'll be nothing there. Okay, so this didn't do a good job when it came to covering my dark spots. As you can see, you still see all the dark spots on my face. Usually I depend on the concealer to cover that up, and then I'll set it with like powder and it'll work out better that way. But that did not work out this time, so that's just something I wanted to bring out. The formula is really similar to the Valentino one, in my personal opinion, when it comes to it being like that thin, consistently concealer formula that doesn't give much coverage. That's just my personal opinion on it, but it could just be the shade I got that's not necessarily doing what I was hoping it would do. But I'm more excited about setting the powder underneath the eyes, y'all. So it's giving a nice finish, it's just not giving as much coverage as I was hoping. I still feel like I could see darkness underneath my eyes, and it didn't cover up any of the dark spots on my cheeks like the concealer I try and normally do, so that's a little bit disappointing. But you know, I'll try out some more and see how it goes. Now let's get into this Huda Beauty powder. So this, I'm kind of nervous about this, y'all. I'm not even front, because I'm like, it's pink and I'm not pink, so I'm concerned, if you will. How's powder already coming out of it in the topping though? Okay. So all this powder was sitting in there when I opened it up, so it doesn't have a plastic seal on it. Interesting. It still has the perfume scent too that everybody was telling her about for 100 years that they hate. So she didn't, you know, get the memo, or she just doesn't care because she knows we're gonna buy it anyway because it's a good product. I don't know, but I know plenty of people have said get rid of the fragrance, and you know she still has not listened when it comes to this powder. So I don't know. Anyway, shout out this powder. I am nervous as hell. About putting pink powder on my eyes, y'all. I am nervous. Oh, okay. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it was. I don't know what I expected it to like do to like change my face, but it looks pretty good. Okay, Miss Huda. Okay. That's why I wanted to buy it in her formula, because if I did like it, I wanted to have it in a formula that would work for the summertime and work really nice on someone my skin tone. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna get the Huda one. Aside from the fact that I saw Lene with it, and I was like, ooh, I'm intrigued as well. Like, and since I am darker than she is, I was kind of just like, I want to see it on someone who's true to my color, and I was like, I want to try it anyway. So I just tried for myself and my audience, and I can find out how these pink powders be working on brown people, because I need the tea. And as you can see, it works quite well. Girl, the face is out here giving, and I'm receiving. It's giving and I'm receiving. Thank you, Miss Huda. Cause y'all, I feel like it looks just as nice as my yellow powder and gives just the same amount of brightness. It's just a different undertone. So, and again, I don't know why I expected it to do something different, like change the color of my foundation. The only thing is I'm concerned about putting this with yellow concealers now, because y'all know I like a really yellow concealer and normally like a really yellow under eye, but I might be able to rock with this one. I guess I just have to use one of my more neutral concealers, and it should work out nicely. But I have proven, if you can't tell by how excited I am. Anyway, the battery's dying, so I need to go get a new one, and then we'll come back and get into these blushes. This one, and then this one. Be right back, girl. Okay, y'all, so I set my face off camera, like the bottom part. Put on the Lethal Cosmetics bronze, then I put on the Makeup by Mario to set my face, the bottom half of it. When I was in the bathroom, it looked a little stark, like the pink undertone, so I don't know if you necessarily want to wear this for going out in the nighttime. Maybe in the daytime will be fine, but then again, the lights in my bathroom are warm, not cool, so I have to like see in person how it works out. But I swore I had brought a Rare Beauty blush here with me, but apparently I didn't. I thought I had threw it in the box or threw it in the makeup bag that I brought with me today, but I did not, so I have to do that comparison at the end when I get home on my phone to show you all if the formulas are similar. I've been hearing that they look similar on the face, but I didn't hear anybody talk about the formula in particular, so that's what I want to like see when I swatch it on my hand. Are they going to feel the same? Because if they have similar colors to Rare Beauty, that might work better for some of my skin tone, because I feel like some of theirs are a little bit lighter. Not that they don't work, but you know, and the Juvia's placements are more affordable. I'm definitely here for it and want to try it out. So I'm gonna start with like 1 or 2 dots, because I don't know how well it's gonna work. I haven't tried this formula before. I literally just got these in the mail, like I want to say Thursday. So let's see. I'm gonna start with those two because I'm nervous. Look how bright that red is, Lord Jesus. I'm loving the color though. Like, y'all, look at, yes, look at how much pigmentation that is with these 2 dots, child. I probably only need to do 1 dot now that I think about it, because I feel like I'm gonna be blending this out forever. Ooh, yes, y'all, do you see the pigmentation, honey? Julie's Place did not come to play with the girls on the pigmentation. I feel like I just covered my pores with all of it though. Like, Jesus. Oh yeah, we definitely using just like 1 on the. Can I just take this to the other side and start working it in there too? No, okay. But it's still giving a decent amount after I work it off, so maybe I should like pick some up from this side and start putting it on this side, because y'all, yeah, we're gonna pick up a lot from this side and start, like, y'all, them 2 dots is covering both sides of my face. That's crazy. Y'all, Juvia's Place is not gonna play. Look at my face. Like, looks like a giant red bruise over there. Lord. We will not take this makeup off again. No, we will not. It's like 121. I'm not taking it off. It's not as bad in real life as it is on camera. I'm telling y'all, on camera, like, this looks like a whole atrocious mess, but in real life it doesn't look that bad. So, but be advised now, you want to use 1 dot of blush, that's all. And y'all know you can take your like sponge and go over and calm it down, and then I can take like the foundation brush and go around and calm down. Plus y'all know I'm going to go ahead and, you know, be doing the spray down method that I use when I put on my makeup too, to set down the powders and make all my face look natural. So it's not gonna look that bad, but just using 2, we just learned that you don't use 2 dots, you use 1 dot, because she's very, very extremely pigmented, and you can't be doing all that. You just can't. She's super pigmented. But that's a good thing to me, because I like a pigmented blush, and if this like holds up underneath like powder blush really well and helps it last a whole lot longer, then I can see myself buying more colors as soon as Juvia place has a sale, or just, you know, because that pigmentation was just, I was not prepared. Honey, I was not prepared at all, but you know, that's fine. I'm happy with the pigmentation because she's definitely giving. So I build this up a little bit more. I'm going to use a different blush to put on the powder from Giorgio Armani, so let's do that. Like, yeah, but just stick to 1 dot per side, girl, because 2 dots is to have y'all looking crazy. And if you don't do spray down method like I do, you might end up putting on your makeup again, because these things are pigmented. Y'all thought the Rare Beauty was pigmented, honey. That was pigmented. So again, y'all, this is the shade Mania. If you saw my video from earlier, then from yesterday, then you know. But we're gonna put it on now and see how it goes. I want to see how luminous it's going to look on top of this. I might swatch it after I get done. We'll see. But it's adding a nice little punch of color to the liquid I already put on, because y'all know I didn't put nearly as much liquid on this side as I did the other side. So I wanted to start with this side to see how much extra it was going to give, because I put way more on this side than I did on this side. But as you can see, it looks quite pigmented. So with that cream blush underneath, it's definitely giving. Now let's set this side as well. Y'all know you do the one side, y'all do the other one, girl. So I'm loving this blush color. And with these cream blushes, it's just giving everything I need. Like, if these last like throughout the night really well, and it still looks just as nice and pigmented at the end of the day for oily skin, honey, I feel like I found a match made in heaven. I'm going to try out the Danessa Myricks shade tomorrow in another video. So you'll see that video coming Tuesday, because the haul's gonna come Sunday. Then Monday is gonna come the try on that we're doing now, and then Tuesday you'll get the battle comparison try on from Danessa Myricks versus a brand I found it, Ulta Beauty guy, excuse me. Okay, so now let's get into this highlighter. So I'm excited to see how much of a glow this is gonna give. I did not bring a highlighter brush in here, but I leave makeup brushes in this room to make sure that I have enough to do all of what I need to do with. I wouldn't necessarily normally do a gold highlighter with this, but it's like, you know, that's what color they had, so that's what color I gotta work with. So I feel like all this red and then gold is just gonna look weird, but again, I gotta work with what I got, sis, and that's what I was getting. So we're just gonna work with it and, you know, make it do the best we can. So this is what the highlighter looks like on the inside. It's just a nice little baked gelée highlighter. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to swatch the blush, sorry. I want to see if it's similar to a blush from Essence, because if y'all remember, Essence had those where is it? Essence had those baked blushes they came out with recently that's supposed to be luminous. So I'm like, I wonder if it'd be similar to this Giorgio Armani as far as like how it looks when it's glowing. Because if it gives the same vibe, you can pay less, then I feel like you should. So I'm gonna swatch it alongside the deep berry shade from them real quick, and I'm going over this about 3 or 4 times to get the pigmentation off with my finger when it comes to the Giorgio Armani one, so I did 4 swipes of that one, and the deepest berry tone shade, because I know Essence only has like 2 or 3 shades of blush that they typically go with. So I have the berry one, then I have a more peachy tone one, and I think they have like 1 other shade, and that's it. So I'm going to compare it to that blush just to see. Now the coloring isn't gonna be the same, but I feel like the formula, I feel like the look might be the same. So this is what they look like. This is the Essence one I tried a while ago in a video, and then this is the Giorgio Armani one. So obviously the Giorgio Armani one is much deeper in tone. They have this much better of a shade range than the other brand, but it's like a drugstore brand from a foreign country, so I give them a little bit of leeway with them not having it. But I will say the Essence one feels quite chalkier, and it's going to take much longer to build up than the Giorgio Armani one. But for the price that Giorgio Armani is charging, you shouldn't have to be building up and doing a whole bunch of extra stuff. But I'm not sure if you actually have to build it up. Well, on the back of my hand, I had to build it up about like 3 or 4 swatches to get it to where it was for that swatch I showed you. So that's just something to keep in mind. But let's get into this highlighter, honey. So I'm just picking it up on this simple brush, and we're just going. Okay, so this brush didn't pick up much of anything. Maybe I need to use a different one. Yeah, because that one's definitely not picking up like I was hoping. I'm going to take this Sephora collection highlighter brush and see if it does a little bit better. If y'all can tell, Adriangameover sleep without some snoring. Okay, so it's not picking up that much on the brush. But okay, there we go. I'm getting a decent amount of gold now, but I had to do quite a bit of rubbing to get it. So this is what we're looking like. It's just a nice classic gold highlighter, if you will. I didn't expect it to be anything exceptional. I just wanted to like try out the brand. But I'm actually really liking the way the foundation looks. One thing is I look a little glittery, but that's because I use that soft sculpt powder that he said you can use for face powder, for bronzer, or for a bronzy highlighted type mix. So since I use that, that's what's going on. Y'all still can get over this blush like honey. 2 dots covered my entire face, and then I had to tone it down on this side because we were looking crazy. We still look a little bit crazy, but I haven't finished spraying, doing all my technique yet, so I feel like I can fix it up and make it work. But these are all the products I have to try. I actually didn't buy any lip things this go around, but this is what the face is looking like prior to spraying it. I think I'm gonna go rebronze real quick, then I'll come back and like I'll spray it off camera without you all, and then I'll come back and show you what the face looks like along with the lip, because I need to do my favorite lip nude go-to lip nude combos, or go-to nude lip combos. So I'm gonna go gather those up, and then I'll come back to you with a lip and the face fully done, and we'll see how she looks overall. Okay, girl? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I knew that I had brought this Rare Beauty blush with me. So here it is right here. I have the shade Happy. I think I got it in a set with something else. I don't remember what it was, but okay, so I'm gonna swatch it. The form of it's really thin and lightweight on the hand, and I'm gonna swatch it against Barbie Rose, the one that's on my cheeks right now. I did change my eye. I did a whole little TikTok moment, so the formulas feel pretty similar. I feel like the Juvia's Place one is just like that much thicker than the one from Rare Beauty, but I feel like they go on pretty much the same. From what I remember, I know the Rare Beauty one isn't as pigmented as the Juvia's Place one is, but as y'all saw, the Juvia's Place can be toned down. Just don't go in with 2 on the face. Just go in with 1 dot on each side, or maybe rub off the product and then you can do 2. But I didn't rub off any product. I just pulled it out and dotted it, and you saw you can't do that. So yeah. Now back to your regular scheduled programming. Okay, y'all, so this is my finished face. As y'all can see, once I sprayed my face and did my normal technique of the press in, to press in the makeup and the setting spray and make sure it helps the face last longer. As you can see, the blushes calm down tremendously. So you can start off with 1 dot on each side, kind of blend it out, and then if you use the technique I used to spray my face down and press everything in, then your skin should turn out fine, and it won't be nearly as pigmented as it was when you first tried it out. So you can get it down to the Rare Beauty pigmentation, but it's gonna start off just real pigmented as y'all saw. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I'm glad I did it on camera so you could see, and I didn't feel like I needed to do my normal technique on camera, even though I did show you somewhat how to fix it. I just didn't finish off with the setting spray like I normally do. But this is what we're working with. As you can see, the highlighter is glowing quite nicely. I put on one of the lip combos you're gonna see in my favorite lip combo combination video coming soon. I'm hoping it'll go up at the end of next week. We'll have to see how that goes because I've been promising it for a while. But y'all, you have to think all I wear for the most part is nude lipstick, so it's hard to like choose between. But I just tried to round up some of the newer ones I have in my collection in order to get it done. But I must say this face looks pretty glamorous and nice and soft, more from like an everyday glam with a pop of color, with the eyes being, you know, the red that they are. But I'm liking it so far. I'm liking the foundation so far. I was able to make it blend and work into my skin. I feel like the concealer helped with that a lot, along with the Mario powder, since the powder is closer to my skin tone than the foundation is right now. But I'm telling y'all, in the summertime, I feel like it's gonna be one of my go-to perfect foundations because it is a little bit darker than I am right now, and when summer comes, I will be darker than I am right now. So I'm here for the face. I'm loving it. I'm definitely feeling it. I feel like my face feels a little bit dry though after I put on a setting spray, but I put on a Charlotte Tilbury one, so that might be just why it feels dry. I'm not going anywhere tonight though because it's like 1:45 in the morning and I just got done with this. But yeah, I will check in with you all later on and tell y'all how all this wore throughout the day. So I'll be right back, girl, okay? Okay. So I returned. It's at the end of the night. This is what the face is looking like, y'all. I think it's quite impressive considering like I worked a full shift and I went to the gym. If you're curious on my eyes, by the way, this is a couple of palettes from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. Y'all know I love Glaminatrix, so I have on the U Beauty palette as well as the Silent Night palette. So the Silent Night palette is the first one I bought from them, and then I got the U Beauty later on. Oh, if you're curious on my lips, this is that Patrick Ta gloss I had showed y'all in my haul a while ago, in my first haul, because we're on the second one now. But see how she sparkles and shines? Honey, it's definitely good giving, and I'm here for it. But onto the face. So I think it turned out pretty well. I did switch out a couple of things, like with the concealer. I put, believe it or not, I put the Flower Beauty color corrector underneath the eyes to start off with, and then put the concealer on. I feel like it looks a whole lot better. And I don't know, I feel like the coverage of the foundation got better this time. I did mix in the Kosas highlighter, what is the Skin Ivy highlighter drops, if you will, and that's what's giving us its little healthy glow, because I feel like it's not that glowy considering I did go to the gym and work out. But I don't usually sweat when I work out at the gym, believe it or not. I don't know what's going on with that. I guess I'm not working myself hard enough, but with my physique, I don't really feel like I need to do too much, to be honest. So that's why I don't. But you know, that's just a me thing. If you all have seen me like standing up or whatever, you've seen I'm like quite thin, so I'm only trying to like build muscle as far as like my abs and like build muscles in my arms and basically tone the muscles that I already have. So I guess that's why I don't be sweating too much. Aside from the fact I worked a full 8-hour shift, so we're not going that hard for now. But back to this face, because that's not what you came here for. So as you can see, the blush looks really nice. This time I did do 1 dot instead of 2 on this side and none on this side. So that's how it's working. And as you can see, you can still see both the blushes, which I'm shocked about because I thought like it would kind of fade a bit. But I guess when you set the liquid with some powder, it works out pretty nicely. I did add, I think I added a highlight on top of this one. So what I did was I put the one from Alamar, I put that underneath to get like the more, I guess, pigmented glow, if you will. And then I put the Guerlain one on top because it has more of the glittery glow effect to it and doesn't give like the undertone of gold. I feel like it gives more like glitter, so I thought they'd be a match made in heaven. I feel like it did a pretty good job with that as well. So I like pretty much everything that's on my face right now. The pink powder did surprise me. I'm still liking it. I'm still not crazy about this concealer though. Like I just feel like it's not giving enough coverage for my liking, so I'll try it with a couple more things, see how it works out. I want to try it with the Rare Beauty brightening under eye, and then put that on top and see if it makes a difference. I also want to blend it with the Valentino concealer and see how that works out, because I feel like those might go good together and look nice. I'm actually quite impressed with the Cherry Blossom powder. I didn't think it would work out for me so well, so I'm happy that it wore well. And y'all know Huda's powders be lasting. Oh, I changed my face powder too, so I have on the Westman Atelier face powder, because y'all know it's bougie and expensive, so I had to try it out. I need to try it out with the Westman Atelier foundation Vital Drops or whatever I got. I want to mix that with the Juvia's Place foundation and maybe with the Natasha Denona face and body like glow foundation or whatever. Random side note, she just dropped a concealer. I think it's called Hydra concealer or Hydrin concealer or something like that. but Trend Mood posted it was available now, and then I went to Sephora and it wasn't, and then I was sad. But I like everything on my face. I think it all worked out pretty nicely. The I don't know, as weird it is, the primer doesn't feel hydrating after a while. So after I get done with my full face and spray my setting sprays and all that, my face doesn't feel hydrated anymore. It feels like tight and dry. It doesn't matter which setting spray I use, because y'all know in the video I use the Charlotte Tilbury one, and then today I use the Smashbox one in the gray container. It's supposed to help your makeup last a long time, and it didn't work then either. So I'm like, I feel like I just, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like it gives as much hydration as I was hoping. Maybe it'll do better for me in the wintertime, but, you know, I was hoping for some hydration in the summertime. So I don't know how well that's going to work out, but I'm going to have to be more concerned about matte by then. But those are all the things that are on my face that I want to talk to you about today. So you can tell me what you think down below, but I'm quite impressed with how well it lasted throughout the day. All things considering, like I said, I went to the gym and everything, so girl, this face lasted well, and I'm quite impressed with this foundation. So I'll be happy to wear it along the summertime. And that's all I got for you, girl. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.